Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. All right, let's wait a few minutes until people come. My poor computer is going to be a little bit stressed today. Hello, Goy. You are on time. You are very early. It's nice to see you. Hello. Goy, how was your day today? What did you do this morning? What did you do this morning? For me, we have one student in the classroom today. Come and say hello. Hello, everyone. Good morning. I hope you're all doing well. If you think the camera is different, yes, the camera is different. That's because today we are using my computer, so the camera is a little different. Okay. Alrighty. Goy says, I was working. Yes. Okay, fair enough. On a Saturday? You were working on a Saturday? Really? B says afternoon. Yes, sorry, it's not good morning, it's good afternoon. That's a bad habit that I have. Nanamon, hello teacher. Good morning, Nanamon. Good morning. Oh, see? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Nanamon. I hope you're doing well. Goy says, yes, I was working. Hello, everyone. Hello. I was not working. But this morning, I still woke up quite early. This morning, I think I woke up at 6:30. Why? I don't need to get up. Why am I waking up at 6:30? Goy says, I have to do my work every day. Oh dear. That sounds very tiring, Goy. I hope you have a chance to rest. All right, everyone, can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me now. I've changed the microphone. I am now using my headphones. So my headphones cannot run out of battery. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Yes, we have in this beautiful box 3 microphones, and they are wonderful when they are fully charged. But for some reason, even though I thought I plugged it in, it looks like they didn't charge. So no worries, I will use my headphones. Okay, thank you very much. I can hear you clearly. Good. Good. Yes, I don't want to use the audio from the computer, because if I use the audio for the computer, I don't know about where you guys are, but here it's raining a lot. So if I use the audio from the computer, actually you will just hear the rain. Okay. In that case, I'm sorry for the delay, everybody. Good morning. I hope that you are all well. Good afternoon, I should say. And how was your morning? So Goy says that she had to work this morning. We have one student who seems to join us from Germany. Kam Müller, do you live in Germany? That's cool. Are you Thai? Nice to see you. What else has everyone been doing today? What have you been doing today? What have you been doing today? Nothing, sleeping. I woke up at 6:30, and then what did I do? I did a little bit of yoga, then I went downstairs, I had some breakfast, then I did some admin work, so I answered some emails and some very boring things like this. Then I went for a walk, and now we are here. I ate lunch and now we are here. Okay. Everyone, do you remember what were we learning last grammar session? That was 2 weeks ago, right? So what were we learning last grammar and pronunciation session? What did we learn? What did we learn last grammar pronunciation session? Koi says you're so healthy. I don't know if you know the expression in English, Goy. Let's make this much bigger. I don't know if you know the expression in English. Old soul. So I feel like I just wish I just come here first time. Okay. Nice. Yeah, so in English, we can say old soul. It means that maybe I have the habits of an old person. For example, I like to wake up early in the morning. I like to, Goy, it's okay, don't worry. Yeah, I know. I like to wake up early in the morning. I like to go for some walks. I like to go outside and look at the forest, look at some green places, look at the park. I like to read books. And here, I have my notebook, and every day I write something in my notebook. Sometimes I even practice writing in different scripts. Can you see this? This is not English. This is a script, a writing that me and my friend are learning together. So I have some habits of like an old person, we can say. Okay. Now let me share my screen. Okay. Okay, 1 second. There is a problem with the screen sharing, so please bear with me, bear with me. Goy says, you have self-discipline. Sometimes. Not always, Goy, sometimes I have self-discipline. If I don't use my phone, if I don't use my computer, then I have self-discipline. But if I go on my phone, if I go on my computer, for me, it destroys all of my self-discipline. If I go on YouTube, if I go on Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, I can't. I don't have self-discipline there. Okay, let me see if I can share my screen again. Last time there was some problem, so let's try. Okay, I can't share my screen on this browser, it seems. Good afternoon, Miss May. Good afternoon. I hope you're well. Good afternoon. Okay, everybody, what I will do, give me 2 moments. In that case, everyone, whilst you are waiting, I'd like you all to tell me, what did we learn in the last grammar and pronunciation review? What did we learn in the last grammar and pronunciation review? Do you remember? Everybody, please type in the comments, please type. And I will try to join StreamYard with a different browser. What did we learn in the last time? What did we learn in the last grammar and pronunciation review? Did you forget? I think many people, maybe you forgot.
I learned more about intonation.
So our student in the class today, we have one student who is here. She says, we learnt about intonation. Yes, we learnt about intonation. Okay. All right, let's see if I can join StreamYard on another browser. I will try Google Chrome instead. Goy says tenses. Goy, very nice. What tenses? What tenses did we learn about? What tenses did we learn about? Okay, 1 second. Okay. Okay, now there are 2 of me. Give me 1 second. Okay, everyone, I'm back. I have joined on my second browser, so fingers crossed that this works. Danny says the last big topic that I remember is about indirect questions. Yes, we learned about indirect questions. But in the grammar and pronunciation review 2 weeks ago, what did we learn about? Goy says present simple and present perfect. Well, we learned about past simple and present perfect. We learned about past simple and present perfect. So for example, I eat and I have eaten, right? I eat and I have eaten. Okay. Oh, everyone, I'm so sorry. Let me open up all my tabs on the new browser. And you all remember, when do we use present simple? And when do we, so past simple, and when do we use present perfect? When do we use past simple? And when do we use present perfect? Do you remember? No, nobody? No one remembers anything. Okay. Primrose also says that we learned about stressed syllables. Yes, we learned about stressed syllables. So today in the class, we're going to do 3 things, okay? First, we are going to review. So we are going to review what we learned about last time with past simple and present perfect, okay? Secondly, we are going to talk more about sentence stress. We're going to talk more about sentence stress and connected speech in English. What is connected speech? Connected speech is when I don't just say one word, I say many words all together like this. So for example, I go to the shop on Tuesday. This is not English, right? We don't speak like this. We talk like, I go to the shop on Tuesday. I go to the shop on Tuesday. I go to connected speech. I go to the shop on Tuesday. So today we will review those 2 things. Then we will learn about some more grammar. We will look at the 3 different types of future tenses. So how to talk about the future in English. Yes, we learned about many idioms relating to Halloween. Yes, we did. That was yesterday, though. That wasn't in the grammar. That was just yesterday. Okay. Danny Dan Dan has an idea. Danny Dan Dan, hello. Danny Dan Dan says, past simple when it's specific to a time marker. Yes, very good. For example, yesterday, I went shopping. Last week, I went to the cinema. So if there is a word describing a time in the past, we use past simple. Yesterday, I went. Today, I read. Last weekend, I saw. Right? Like this. Past simple tense is used to indicate a finished, completed action. Yes, exactly. So the past simple, it's totally finished. It's not relevant to now. There is no relationship to now. For example, I learned Spanish in school. Do I learn Spanish now? No, I don't. I learned Spanish in school. Do I learn Spanish now? I don't learn Spanish now. Okay, everyone, I'm going to try and share my screen a second time. Let's see if this works. Okay. Can you see this? I think you can. Perfect. Okay. Hang on. Oh, how frustrating. Okay, let's log into Ellie. Let's log into Ellie first of all. I hope you guys are all on Ellie. I've seen that many of you have done your homework, and I would like to apologize because I think there is something about the system. Sometimes it doesn't show me everybody's homework. So for example, Goy, I just saw today that you wrote loads of homework, but for some reason today is the first time I saw it. So I'm sorry, I will continue marking your homework after the lesson. Okay, 1 second. It's the correct email. Okay, let's see. Sorry, everyone. I prepared everything on Firefox. Do you guys know Firefox? Do you guys know Firefox? Do you all know Firefox? Which browser do you like to use? Do you like to use Firefox or do you like to use Google Chrome or Safari? Goy says it's okay. I'm not finished them. Goy, do we say them for homework? Do we say I'm not finished them? No, we don't. What do we say instead? What do we say instead? We say, I haven't finished it, right? I haven't finished it. Exactly. So homework actually is just singular. The homework was interesting, right? We never say the homeworks were interesting. We always say the homework was interesting. So let's put this down at the bottom. Okay, so this was the first word that I wanted to show you guys. Old soul. Who is an old soul? An old soul describes someone young who has the habits of an older person. So maybe you know people like this. Maybe you know children and they don't want to go and play with their friends. They just want to sit inside and drink a nice cup of tea and read their book and, I don't know, do some painting or something. We describe these kind of children or young people as old souls because it's like their body is young, but their soul, right, that's the part of them in their body that makes them who they are. Their soul is old. Their soul is kind of old. And yes, let me put it. So homework, good. Homework is a singular noun. Homework is a singular noun, always. So I'm going to try and log into Ellie. Can everybody give me one example sentence with homework? Okay, one example sentence with homework. Everyone, please write one sentence with homework. And I will try to log into Ellie once again. Okay, I've logged in. We are successful. All right, let's see if we can load this once again. Wonderful. All right, it looks like we're successful. Goy's asking, do we use homeworks? If yes, when? No, we never, ever, 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 ever say homeworks. We never say homeworks. We always say homework. Just like, to be honest, we never really say why? Because work itself is usually singular. We never say homeworks with an S. We never say homeworks. Why? Because this is a compound noun, right? That means it is a noun that is made of two parts. The first part is home. The second part is work, right? And so homework should follow the rules for work. And actually work is also singular, it's kind of uncountable, right? So usually we say, how's your work going? My work's going okay. Yeah, how's your work going? Oh, my work's going okay. We don't say my works are okay. Now, there is an exception here. So sometimes we do use work in the plural, but only in the context of a work of art, which means a piece of art. It could be a play, it could be a novel, it could be a piece of music, it could be a symphony, right? So you can say Mozart composed many famous works of art or works of music. So here we will say work, works. Or I could say Hamlet is one of the most famous works of English literature. Right? Hamlet, maybe you've heard of it. Hamlet is one of the most famous works of English literature. Goy says, I've tried doing my homework. Yeah, very good. Yes, exactly. So we're going to be using this course today. So if you would like to join Ellie, please do so. Danny has a great question. Danny says, I'm a bit old, but my habit is just like a young person. Is it young soul? No, we can't say young soul, Danny, but we can say young at heart. Yeah, this means like my heart is still young. And both old soul and young at heart, they're positive descriptions. They're not negative, they're positive. So I could say, for example, I love my Aunt Matilda because she's so young at heart. She always shows me her favorite singers or YouTube videos, and she is also learning to skateboard, right? So what is Aunt Matilda learning? Aunt Matilda is learning to, let me show you guys a picture. Aunt Matilda is learning to skateboard. Yeah, Aunt Matilda is learning to skateboard. Actually, I think in England there is a famous person called the skateboarding auntie. Right, the skateboarding auntie. Well, here we go, Auntie Skates. Her name is Auntie Skates. And she is, I'm not sure how old she is. She's, I think, a little bit old. Right? She's very famous in the UK. Oh yeah, here we go. She's 46. She's 46. And she's just learning how to skateboard. She's just learning how to skateboard. So she is young at heart. Yeah, she is young at heart. She's quite famous in Britain. I think she's British. Okay, what kind of habits might be young at heart? What kind of habits might be young at heart? Well, maybe you like doing hobbies that are kind of childlike. Childlike. Childlike is a positive word. So, for example, Albert Einstein was a very childlike adult. He was always looking for wonder in the world. Yeah, and Albert Einstein, of course, we respect Albert Einstein. He's very famous. So this is a positive word. Childish is a negative word. So I might say, for example, let's say I'm arguing with my boyfriend, right? And I say to him, Stop being so childish. Just put the dishes away. Yes, stop being so childish. Just put the dishes away. Someone says, I'm always young at heart, so my soul is always happy by watching cartoons. Yeah, this is a great example. If you watch cartoons, maybe you are young at heart. Nightlife, party, it could be, but usually we always use young at heart in a positive way. So maybe if someone, let's say, for example, it starts to rain and somebody goes, oh, look, a rainbow. And they run and they're like, oh, it's so beautiful. Look at the rainbow. Wow, it's so beautiful. Like this, right? If they react like this, we might say they are young at heart. They're kind of innocent in a way. Whew. All right, everyone. Now, let's review what we learned last time. I'm going to test you. First of all, I want to see if you can remember. If you can't remember, then we will go over it again. All right? Okay, so what's number one? Number one. I to Australia 3 months ago. So the verb is to go. So which one is correct? Danny says, my childhood life is very colorful. Stay with my childhood friends in the country. Koi, young at heart? No. Young at brain? Yes. I like this, Koi. Okay, maybe not like that, Primrose. So childlike is a positive thing, right? Childlike means maybe they are always very happy to do something, right? It means maybe they are very excited very often. It means maybe they run places instead of walking. Yeah? It doesn't mean they literally, suck their thumb or it doesn't mean that. Went. Yes, good. Yeah, number one, well done. Number one is went. I don't want to spend too long on this, so let's see how fast we can do it. Number two. Number two. Danny says walked. Goy says walked. Yeah, this one is walked. Again, guys, remember, we need to look for time markers. They will help us decide which tense is used, right? Because we use "3 months ago, last weekend," right? We use the past simple with time markers like this. Okay. What about number three? Yeah, good. Primrose is right. Danny is right. Goy is right. Yeah, well done, everyone. What about number three? Danny, you are a very fast typer, I noticed. Whenever you have to type in English, you can type very quickly. Okay, Danny, yeah, Danny has an answer. What does everybody else think? Is it I wrote my report or I have written my report? What do we think? Danny, that is such a small smiley face. It's so small. Now, Nimon says, I wrote. Goy says, I have written. Danny says, I have written. Okay, so this one we're not too sure. The correct answer is I have written. Why? Because we don't have a time marker. There is no time marker. Yeah, I have written my report. There is no time marker. So this is relevant to the present. Yeah, it's relevant to the present. It's relevant to the present. Okay, now let's look at the number 4. Number 4. What do we think? Danny has the answer. Again, Danny is the first one. Danny types very quickly. Primrose says sold. Yeah, you guys are correct. Again, this one is very easy. We have a time phrase. So of course it is sold. Number 5. Number 5. My doctor still, me the results. Everyone pay attention. This is a negative sentence. Number 5. Number 5. Yeah, she really does type really quickly. Danny, I'm sorry, by the way. I think in the beginning I said he, because Danny in English is a boy's name. It's only a boy's name, right? It's short for Daniel. So when I saw Danny, Danny times 3, right? 3 Dannys, I assumed that you were a boy. So I'm sorry. It's a little embarrassing for me. Hasn't given. Yes, you guys are correct. Why? Because it's relevant now, right? It's relevant now. So I could say, for example, my doctor didn't give me the results for 3 weeks. Okay. Question, do I have the results now? My doctor didn't give me the results for 3 weeks. Do I have the results now? Do I have the results now? Everyone, you can tell me yes or no. Okay, Goy says no. What does everyone else think? You think no? No. Goy thinks no. Danny thinks yes. Narimon thinks yes. Everybody? I do have the results. Yes, I have the results. Why? Well, we need to look at the tense used. Didn't give means, right, the past simple, the situation has changed or it is not relevant to the current situation. You guys, maybe you remember the example I gave you of I locked myself out of my house, right? Am I still locked out? No, I'm not. Why? Because I used the past simple. This means the situation has changed. It's not the same, and it's not important. It's not important now. So in this one, I could say my doctor hasn't given me the results yet. Here, well, first of all, we have one clue, right? Yet is a clue. That means that it's talking about now. Here, I don't have the results. I don't have the results. Because hasn't given me is the present perfect, and the present perfect means the situation is the same or it is important now. So that is the main difference between these two tenses, okay? So we can review them. Yeah, we can review them here, right? Simple past shows a finished action and it tells us when. But the present perfect, we don't know when. We don't know when. And you can use things like yet, still, never, ever, recently, lately, right? These are the time markers that we can use for this one. Okay, now let's look at number 6. Number 6. So number 5 is hasn't given me the results. What about number 6? Yeah, this one is simple, right? This is didn't drive. Good. Didn't drive. Okay, what about number 7? What about number 7? What about number 7 here? Has never studied, yes, exactly. So number 7, has never studied. Why? Because it's the same now. Yeah, it's the same now. So I didn't study in the past and now I'm also not studying. Okay. Let's see if there's any more confusing ones. I don't think so. Yeah, I think you guys have got that pretty well. You've got that pretty well. So I think we can tick this. We can tick this bit off. What does that mean, to tick it off? I think we can tick this off. Well, to tick literally means, let me draw it for you. To tick means this is your box, right? This is a box. And to tick is this. This is a tick, a tick. So to tick something off means to finish an objective, to finish something. So I said, I think we can tick these two tenses off. Yeah, I think we can tick these two tenses off. Okay. Whew. All right, everyone. So for our grammar portion of the lesson today, we're going to have a look at the different future tenses. Again, why am I choosing this topic? There are so many grammar topics in English, and all of you, maybe, you could learn something from all of them, even if you're very advanced. Because the things which will cause the most problems in English are the very simple things that you guys get wrong. And I noticed everybody gets the past tense wrong. First of all, Thai people, everybody forgets to use the past tense all the time. It's one of the biggest errors. And a big error that I think is easy to solve, right? Because you know how to do it, you just don't do it. It's the same with the future tense. Many Thai people, they know how to use it, or they think they know how to use it, but they don't use it properly. So that's why we're going to look at it today. Okay, in a little bit more detail. So let me find our classes. Give me 1 second, everyone. Okay. Okay, everyone, if you are looking on Ellie, I'm going to put this on Ellie, okay? I'm going to put this on Ellie. In the course D, so grammar and pronunciation review, and the code is 3HDAJR. Okay, so I have put our 2 lessons for today in the teaching part, so you should be able to see it, okay? So let's have a look. Yes, everyone, the course is here. So please join. Okay. And again, it says A2 to B1, but even if your English is very advanced and you can't use this correctly, okay, let's have a look at the PDF. So many exercises. Yeah, well, we're going to have a fun time today. Okay. So we have 3 ways of forming the future tense in English. You guys know this, right? Will, yeah, will plus a, what's this? Base verb. What is a base verb? Can someone give me an example of a base verb? Can someone give me an example of a base verb? A base verb is the, good. Naramon says work. Yes, a base verb is the infinitive. So to work, but without to, right? So work, go, study, exactly. Some people also call it the root form or the root of the verb. So Goy says go, Narimon says study. Yes, you guys are all correct. Okay, so we have will, be going to, and be ing. So let's first of all just do a very quick recap on when do we use these forms. Some of you guys maybe have forgotten this because we learned this very early on. So we learned this when we first start learning English. And then somehow you guys all forget. Okay, so first let's talk about will. Okay, will, everybody thinks will is the easiest one. Actually, will is not easy. Will is easy to use, right? We will plus the base verb. He will, she will. So it's the same for I, you, he, she, it, right? I don't say wills, he wills go. I don't say he wills go. I say he will go. Why? Because it's a modal verb. And modal verbs in English can, could, will, might. We don't say with an S, right? We don't say he mays. We say he may. We don't say he cans. We say he can. Okay. So what do we use this one for? This form is used when you are deciding future plans right now, at the moment. This is very important. Because will means, oh, okay, it's a decision you make right now, okay? For example, if I say, hey, Nina, can you come to the party? Are you coming to the party? You say, no, I'm not going. That means I'm not planning to go. But if I say, hey, I'm having a party next Friday, you can say, oh, I'll go. I'll go. I will go, right? So I'm making a decision. So will is used for making a decision now. Now. So what does this mean? It means that it is not a plan, right? It means that I didn't plan this. So if I say to you guys, for example, where is this? Here we go. If I say to you guys, for example, I will go to Scotland on Friday. Okay, for a native speaker, this is a very weird sentence. Why is this a weird sentence? Because it sounds like you are choosing to go right now. It sounds like you are making the decision to go right now. Exactly. Danny says, make decision to do something whilst talking. Exactly, right? So it's like, my friend comes to me, my friend says, hey, Melissa, I'm going shopping. I'm going shopping. I can say, oh, I'll join you. I will join you. I'm making the decision right now to join you. So I will, it kind of is similar to I want to. So I'm choosing to do this. Yeah, I want to do it. So I'm choosing to do it. Don't worry, we will have a look at lots of examples later. But that's the main thing with will. Okay? It sounds like you're choosing to go right now. Will is used for making a decision right now. Yeah, at the moment of speaking. Okay? Will is not used for plans. So I can't say, I can say that it sounds very strange. I will fly to India next Friday. This sounds weird. Yeah, this sounds very, very weird. But this is actually how most Thai people make the future tense. They say will. But to English native speakers, it sounds very weird if you use will all the time. It sounds very strange. Okay. So let's look at the examples. So, do you want to go to the cinema later? Sure, we'll go. Sure, we'll go. We will, right? Sure, we'll go. So this person is asking, do you want to go? And they say, yes, we will. So they are making the decision right now. The second one is, she will do whatever her mother tells her to do. Now, this is a different use of will. This is a different use of will. I'm going to put it here because they've given this example, but we're not going to talk about this use today. But will is also used for like regular events. So she will do, and it doesn't mean regular events, it means like probable events. So things that you think are probably happening every time. But we will not spend much time on this today. This is a more complicated one. So she will do whatever her mother tells her. What does this mean? It means she often or she always does whatever her mother tells her. And it means if her mother asks, she will do it. Right? So this is kind of almost like an imaginary situation. But this is very confusing, so we're going to leave this one here. I don't think really in this article they gave this example. I don't think it's a good example for right now. Okay, so let's keep talking. When you enter the room on Monday, you will see a sign-up sheet on the table. Yeah, you will see a sign-up sheet on the table. Okay, everyone, let's look at the second one. Be going to. So when is this one used? This one is used for future intentions or when plans have been already made. So this is different to will. Will is a decision. Oh, okay, I'll go shopping. Going to means I have already decided. This is a plan. Yeah, so I could say, this evening, I'm going to phone my friend. Why can I say going to? Because this is a plan. Yeah, I already told her yesterday, hey, I'm free on Saturday. Do you want to call me? And she said, yes, I will call you. Right? She says, yes, I will, because she's making the decision. And now I am going to phone my friend this evening because I have already made this plan. Okay? I've already made this plan. So for example, he's going to study all night for his test. So he has already decided this. He intends to do this. They're going to go to Disneyland next spring. They've already planned it. Maybe they've booked it. Maybe they've booked the flight. I'm definitely going to call you tomorrow. I'm definitely going to call you tomorrow. This one you guys know, right? When we say going to, it often sounds like gonna. Exactly. So I'm going to call you. I am going to call you. No, we say, I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you. And actually, if you, okay, let's talk about, yeah, I'm going to. Sounds like gonna. Okay. However, do not write gonna. Never write this. I really mean never. It sounds very informal. It sounds very impolite. So it's okay speaking. Everybody says it all the same. But please don't ever write gonna. I mean ever. So there are some words that you can write, like cannot is more formal than can't. But actually, it's okay to write can't, right? Or I am is more formal than I'm, but you can still write I'm, right? You can still write I'm. Everyone, do not write gonna, okay? It's not polite. It doesn't look good. It's not polite. I noticed that a lot of Thai people write gonna. Please don't do it. Danny has got a great example. I'm going to study with Teacher May on Monday. Yes, very good. Why? Because I've already made my decision to do this. Yeah, exactly. Okay, everyone, we will take a short break now for 10 minutes, and then we will come back and continue studying this. Okay? So I will see you guys in 10 minutes. Yeah, let's take a break and come back at 14:10. Yeah, 10 past 2. Ooh, Naramon has something for me downstairs. How scary. Okay, I'm joking. Of course, it's not scary. Okay, Naramon, I will come down in a second. Everyone, let's take a break. See you in 10 minutes. All right, everyone, welcome back. I hope you can hear me okay. I hope you can hear me all right. Welcome back, welcome back. Okay, all right, so we were saying just here, yes, exactly. You cannot write gonna. What's the other one that you can't write? You also can't write wanna, right? I want to. Sometimes we pronounce this like wanna. I want to go shopping. Yeah, I want to go shopping. I want to go shopping. I want to go shopping. But do not write wanna. It's okay to say it, but you can't write it. Yeah. I want to go shopping. I want to go shopping. I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to go shopping. I want to go shopping. I'm going to go shopping. Maybe you think it's a little fast, right? Maybe it is. Okay. All right. Let's go back to looking at the simple future. Okay, so we talked about how I will, right? I will means I'm making a decision now. It's not a plan. It's a decision that I'm making now. Be going to is a plan. Be going to is also quite common. Yeah, that's quite common. We use be going to all the time for everything. The last one is be an ing. So this is using the present progressive or the present continuous with a future meaning. And the meaning is very similar to going to, okay? So the meaning is very similar to be going to. Yeah, for example, if you have plans to go camping next weekend and someone asks you what you're going to do, you could say, oh, I'm going camping. Yeah, I'm going camping. I'm going camping. I'm going camping. I'm going camping. I'm going to go camping. Both of them are okay, right? I'm going to go camping or I'm going camping. So here, my flatmate is going to go to Paris next weekend or my flatmate is going to Paris next weekend. For me, this one sounds a little bit more formal than going to, but only a little bit. So maybe if I were choosing to write something, I would choose to write like, we are planning to discuss this at the next meeting, not we are going to discuss this at the next meeting. But that's a small difference. Really, the meaning of these two is the same. Yeah, really, the meaning of these two is the same. Okay, so this one is very, very, very important, this second note here. English does not use a future form twice in most sentences. Okay? Let's look at an example, okay? So I don't say he will call you when he will arrive. I say he will call you when he arrives. I don't say we are going to study for the final exam when my friends are going to come over. I say we're going to study when my friends come over. I don't say she's going to apply to university when she is going to graduate. Right, so you guys notice here that in some examples, we have two options. So usually what happens here is that in one sentence, we just use the present simple, and in one, we use any future tense. Okay, so let's look at this in a little bit more detail, okay? So you guys know that in English, a sentence can be made up of many clauses. What is a clause? A clause has like a subject and a predicate. So when you guys learned about making simple sentences, actually, you were making simple clauses. You were not making simple sentences. But what's the difference? Well, a sentence is made of many clauses, or can be made of many clauses. Let's take a look. So I could say, for example, a sentence with one clause. I go shopping on Tuesday. What is the subject? The subject is I. What is the predicate? The predicate is go shopping on Tuesday. And yeah, this is the predicate, right? The predicate. And then if we want to divide that further, we can, right? We can divide it into the verb, which is go shopping. And then we can have a complement, which is on Tuesday. And this complement, it can be also an object, right? I could say, for example, I eat chocolate. So here the subject, again, is I. Oh, one? No, I. And if this is too much, don't worry. But some people, they studied this on Ellie. They did the homework on Ellie, so I'm just doing it for them, okay? So the subject is I. Eat chocolate is the predicate, and the verb is eat. And then here we have an object complement, which is chocolate. What about this one? I eat chocolate on Tuesday. Well, here we have subject, I, and we have the predicate, which is everything else, right? Eat chocolate on Tuesday. Then we have many complements. The first complement is the object complement. This is chocolate. What do I eat? I eat chocolate. The second complement is, you can call it the subject complement, but usually I will say the modifier, which is on Tuesday. Right, so this is in English how we form a simple clause. And this kind of clause, this is called an independent clause. Why? Because it doesn't need anything else, right? One independent clause is one sentence. So I eat chocolate on Tuesday, that's one sentence, right? That's one sentence. But what about this? If I say, which was very interesting. Now, this is a clause. Why? Well, because it has, yeah, Danny's given a good example. Nice. This is a clause because it has the subject, which here is which, right? It's a pronoun. It's a pronoun. We have the verb, was, and we have the subject complement. Very interesting. So this is a clause, but it's not a sentence. Why? Because we don't know what is which. What is which? Well, I don't know. It could be anything, right? This is not a finished thought. So this kind of clause is called a dependent clause. This means it needs something else. It can't be a full sentence on its own. Oh, if you are thinking, oh, this is too confusing, well, don't worry, we will look at many examples. Yeah, so for example, I can say, I like chocolate and I bought lots of chocolate and I will give it to my friend. This is a weird sentence, but this sentence has 3 clauses. Okay, can you find them? What are the clauses in this sentence? Can you find them? I like chocolate, and I bought lots of chocolate, and I will give it to my friend. What are the clauses in this sentence? What are the 3 clauses in this sentence? Everybody, you can write. Yeah, what is number 1? What is the first clause here? The first clause. The first clause. The first one is I like chocolate, right? Then the second clause, I bought lots of chocolate. The third clause, I will give it to my friend. And what type of clause are they? Are they independent clauses or dependent? Again, at what these words mean. An independent clause, it doesn't need anything else. It's a finished thought. And one independent clause can be one sentence. For example, can I say, I like chocolate? Is it okay? Is it okay? Yeah, it's okay. Oh, English is back. English, I missed you. Where did you go? I missed you. Okay. Yeah, this is independent. Why? Because it can be one sentence on its own, right? I like chocolate is a sentence. Yeah, that's okay. I bought lots of chocolate. Yeah, it's finished. I will give it to my friend. Yeah. So here we have 3 independent clauses in one sentence. Everybody, why am I talking about this? Well, I will explain in a minute. Let me give one more example, okay? I like chocolate, which can be very unhealthy. Maybe I eat a lot of chocolate, which can be very unhealthy. So here we have 2 clauses. We have 2 clauses. Can you find them? English says, I thought they are individual sentences that are combined together. So independent clauses are very similar to individual sentences because they are one finished thought, right? But they can be joined with words like and or but, yeah, because that can join independent clauses, right? So I can say, I drink water and my bottle is yellow. Both of those 2 things, they are separate, yeah? I drink water, finish. My bottle is yellow, finished, yeah? So they are independent clauses because I can say one of them on its own. But what about this one? I eat a lot of chocolate, which can be very unhealthy. We have 2 clauses. What is the first clause? Oh, English says, I miss you too. I guess you are very busy, but thank you for joining today. So what is the first clause in this sentence? I eat a lot of chocolate. Can you guys type? What is the first clause? Yeah, good. Goy, you are correct. English, you are correct. Exactly. So the first clause, I eat a lot of chocolate. And is this an independent clause or a dependent clause? I eat a lot of chocolate. Is this an independent clause or a dependent clause? Yeah, remember dependent clause means It's not a sentence. It's not a finished thought. It needs something else. It can't be a full sentence on its own, or the easiest way is it doesn't make sense on its own, right? I can't say which was very interesting, because what is interesting? I don't know, right? This is not a full sentence. It doesn't make sense on its own. So what is this one? I eat a lot of chocolate. Is it an independent clause or a dependent clause? Independent. Danny says independent. Yes, Danny, you are correct, right? Because it's a finished thought. I eat a lot of chocolate, finished. What about the second clause? The second clause, yeah, be careful, English. We need the subject, so which. Yeah, the second one is which can be very unhealthy. So here, the first clause is an independent clause, and the second clause is a dependent clause, right? Because we have which. And which, what is the meaning of which? Actually, which gets its meaning from the first sentence, right? So I can change the first sentence. I smoke cigarettes, which can be very unhealthy, right? Here, which means something different, right? Here, which means smoke cigarettes. So this, you can say the second clause depends on the first clause for its meaning. And if the first clause changes, the second clause will also change meaning, right? Here, which means eating a lot of chocolate is very unhealthy. Here, which means smoking cigarettes is very unhealthy. So the easiest way to spot a dependent clause in English is what? It usually starts with who, which, where, when, why, that, whose, yeah, something like this. Let's look at an example. Yeah, got it? Okay, Nina's got it. P. Nina has got it. Okay, let's look at another example. So I can say, I bought a bike last Thursday, which was brand new. Okay, here again, there are two clauses. One, I bought a bike last Thursday. And this is an independent clause because it's like a finished thought. And the second one, which was brand new, good, because we have which, and the meaning of which is a bike, right? So this one depends on this one. So in English, a sentence can be one independent clause. For example, I like chocolate. A sentence can be many independent clauses together. For example, I like chocolate and my brother likes ice cream. A sentence can also be one independent clause and one dependent clause. For example, my brother likes ice cream, which I find too cold. Yeah, I think ice cream is too cold. So my brother likes ice cream, which I find too cold. Or for example, when I arrived in New York, it was raining very heavily. So you can see that sometimes the independent clause can be the second one, right? In English, it doesn't matter which one is first. It matters which one has when, yeah? Because if I just say, when I arrived in New York, is it a finished thought? No. When I arrived in New York, what? Yeah, what did I do? What did I do when I arrived in New York?
Incomplete sentence.
Exactly, it's incomplete. We don't know what happened. What did I do? It's not complete, it's not finished. Okay. Well done, everyone. This is very confusing. Good job, good job. For example, yeah, I know Teacher May, who is a lovely teacher. Very good, yeah. So who is a lovely teacher is a dependent clause. Oof. Okay, everyone, I will give you 3 minutes. I would like you to write a sentence. Yeah, please write a sentence with one independent clause and one dependent clause. Okay, I will give you some examples. I will give you 3 minutes. The play started early, which was very annoying. Or I could say, for example, the bike which I bought yesterday is already broken. So again, you can see that this one actually can go in the middle. This one is going at the end.
Oh.
Yeah, the bike is already broken. The bike which I bought yesterday is already broken. I could also say,
And one divided.
whoever likes chocolate can buy some in Berlin. Yeah, Berlin is very famous for chocolate. So whoever likes chocolate can buy some in Berlin. Or I could say, that's not a good example. I could say, when you arrive at the house, please press the doorbell. Yeah, please ding dong, ding dong. Please press the doorbell. Okay? So in all of these sentences, we have one independent clause and one dependent clause. So everybody, please write one sentence. Yeah, exactly. English says, is it a pronoun clause? So the reason that I deleted whoever is because, yes, this was not a good example. That's my fault. Goy says, very, very confusing. Yes, if this is your first time looking at this, it can be very, very confusing. So again, please don't worry. What you can do is whenever you read English, you can practice. Yeah, you can practice looking and saying, is this an independent clause or a dependent clause? You can practice in your head. But yes, good. She went to the store because she needed to buy some groceries. Yeah, so here, okay, because is a little bit more difficult. So let's try and write a sentence with which, who, what, where, when, why, like this. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Okay. Good. English says, Mary, who wears a green dress, is my friend. Yes, this is a perfect example. This is a perfect example. Mary, who wears a green dress, is my friend. Why? Because who wears a green dress? This is not a finished thought, right? Who? I don't know. And then Mary is my friend. This is a finished thought. Yeah. Okay. Good. The people who joined studying the English course here are fantastic students. Yes, we can write that, okay? The people who join the class here are fantastic students. Okay. English asks a very interesting question. I'm also confused. What is the difference between a sentence with a comma or without a comma? Okay, actually, I can give you the answer to this question, but it might be also very confusing to you. So I will give you the answer, but if it's too confusing, don't worry, okay? Because this is not the topic. This is not the main topic of today's class. It's just that if you guys don't know about this, I have to tell you about this so you can understand today's class. So this is not even the main topic. So I will tell you, but don't worry if it's too confusing. So we use a comma, or we should use a comma when it is extra information, okay? We don't use a comma when we need the information. So let's look at two examples here. Okay. Mary, who wears a green dress, is my friend. This is extra information, right? The main sentence is just, Mary is my friend. It's not important that she wears a green dress. This is just a little bit more information. But in the second sentence, I shouldn't use a comma. Why? Because we need this information. Because what people? Every person, right? I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about only the people who joined the class here. So here, this is not extra information. This is necessary. I need this information. But this is very confusing and it's a different topic. So I'm just going to finish there. If you're interested, English, you can look this up in your own time. Good. Miss May, who had been teaching Thai students, explained the lesson. Yes, Goy, this is a perfect sentence, and we should have commas here. Why? Because this is extra information, right? We don't need this bit here. You can meet up the interesting group which is studying with Teacher May. Exactly. So here we do need, okay. Let me share my screen. Let's go back. Let's go back to the main topic. What happens when we use two future verbs in the same sentence? So now, if I explain it, you will understand, okay? So in the independent clause, we use the simple future, okay? And in the dependent clause, we use the simple present. And if we want, we can also change the order of these clauses. There is no difference in meaning. So let me give an example. I can say, okay, I'll write it here first of all. We use the simple future in the independent clause and the present simple in the dependent clause. So I'll give an example. I will call you when I arrive in Bangkok, okay? So here the independent clause is I will call you, right? The dependent clause is when I arrive in Bangkok. So we don't say I will call you when I will arrive in Bangkok, okay? But I could say when I arrive in Bangkok, I will call you. See, it doesn't like it. You can see Google is telling me, Melissa, you must correct it. Google doesn't like it, it's wrong. So let's give another example, okay? I am going to teach the simple future after I eat lunch. Yeah, I am going to teach the simple future after I eat lunch. So what is the independent clause here? What is the independent clause here? I am going to teach the simple future. The dependent clause is after I eat lunch. So here I say I am going to, And here I say after I eat. Okay, we have some questions. Very difficult. Yes, it's very difficult. But again, I don't want you to learn this today. That's not my goal. Okay? My goal for you is to understand it. So when you see it in English, you can go, ah, I remember. I know what that is, right? And then the more you read English, the more you listen to English, the more you pay attention to this, the easier it will become. And maybe after 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, you can use this when you speak English. That's my goal. I don't want you to learn it all today. That's too difficult. Okay. English says, maybe in the case where the dependent clause can be omitted and it still makes sense, we use the comma. Not quite, but it's a good guess. So we can just say, actually, there is a very easy rule about this. Yeah. When the sentence begins with a dependent clause, a comma must be used. This is very easy. This just means if you have a sentence that begins with when, where, what, when, why, like this, you should use a comma. So look at this sentence. It's the same. When a sentence begins with a dependent clause, comma, a comma must be used. So here the independent clause is a comma must be used. Yeah, finished. And the dependent clause is here. Yeah, so again, this takes a long time. Actually, you know, in England, in school, we learn this in school. Young children learn this in school. We don't know magically how to do it. We have to learn it in school. So don't worry about this. It will take some time. Yeah, good. Danny has given an example. I will go window shopping when I finish studying. Perfect, Danny. So will go window shopping. Yeah, this is the, bless you. Yeah, I will go window shopping when I finish studying. Okay. So let's look at some more examples. Okay. He will call you when he arrives in Las Vegas tomorrow. We could also say, when he arrives in Las Vegas tomorrow, he will call you, right? It means the same thing. In the first one, we don't have a comma. In the second one, we have a comma. But everybody, the comma is not very important today, okay? This is like a small detail. This is what is important. We are going to study for the final exam when my friends come over. Or we could say, when my friends come over, comma, we are going to study for the final exam. She is going to apply to university when she graduates. Or I could say, when she graduates, she's going to apply for university. Very nice, very good. Oh, my computer is running out of charge. Let me just plug it in. Okay, very nice. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. I'm going to quiz you guys on this, okay? I'm going to give you guys some exercises. So I'm going to write 2 sentences, and I'd like you to put it into the future. I want to put it into the future. Okay, so I go shopping yeah, I go shopping whenever I have time and money. So how can I put this in the future? How can I put this in the future? Let's use will. How can we use will with this sentence? Good. When she comes back home, I will prepare food for her. Yes, Danny, this is a perfect sentence. So we use will in the independent clause. Nice to meet you, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Okay. Durian is fruit, right? Well done. Goy has an answer. Good. I will go shopping when I have time and money. Yes, I will go shopping when I have time and money. We can also say it in a second way. What is the second way we can say this? Yeah, good. This is also correct. I will go shopping whenever I have time and money. Yes, Danny, this is correct. We can say it in a second way. In a second way. How else can we say it? We can say, whenever I have time and money, comma, I will go shopping. Yeah? Okay, let me give you another one. Okay. How can we write this sentence? Using going to. Yeah, let's use going to. Going to. Good. Yeah, Goy has given the second answer, right? When I have time and money, I will go shopping. Yeah, perfect. Protein, which is found in some meats, is good for dieting. Yes, very nice sentence. So how can I say this sentence in the future? What is expires? Expires means run out. Expires means it's not, I can't use it anymore. Yeah, Goy has given an answer. Goy says, I'm going to travel to India when my visa expires. Yes, very good, exactly. So travel to India is the main clause. Yeah, the main clause, the independent clause. So I'm going to travel to India when my visa expires. Good. So we can say, yeah, I'm going to travel to India when my visa expires. And Goy, we usually wouldn't use a comma here, right? But don't worry about this too much. That's a different topic for a different day. Usually we use a comma when the sentence starts with the dependent clause. Yeah, so I would write it like this. When my visa expires, I am going to travel to India. Yeah, I could write it like that. Okay, I'm just going to get you guys to do one more sentence, then we will move on. Oh, don't worry. Please don't worry. This is a very small thing. And when you're speaking, the comma doesn't matter. But why do we have the comma in the first place? Actually, listen to how I read these two sentences and you will be able to hear, okay? I'm going to travel to India when my visa expires. When my visa expires, I'm going to travel to India. Let me read them again. See if you can hear the difference. I'm going to travel to India when my visa expires. When my visa expires, I'm going to travel to India. So you notice that in this one, it's like we have a big gap. It's like we have a big gap. So when my visa expires, I'm going to travel to India. So that's why we put a comma, because it's the same as how we speak it. Exactly. Danny says to separate the sentence. Exactly. Actually, it's because sometimes if you have these two verbs very close together, it can be a little bit confusing when you read the sentence. Yeah, it can be confusing. So the comma just makes it clear. But again, don't worry too much about that. Okay, I'm going to give you guys one more of these, then we will have a break. You can all rest your brains. Okay, so she okay, and let's say again, going to. She calls her mother as soon as the electricity comes back. What are the two ways that we could write this sentence correctly? What do you think? Goy has given an answer. Yeah, she's going to call her mother as soon as the electricity comes back. Yeah. So you guys can see that it sounds very complicated. Actually, when you practice it, it's not so bad. But why did I explain all of this about independent clauses and dependent clauses? Because actually in English, there are many things where you need to understand what is the independent clause and what is the dependent clause. So if you can learn it now, it will be very helpful for you in other ways. So she's going to call her mother as soon as the electricity comes back. What's the second way that we could write this? Danny, this is not correct. Remember that in the second sentence, in the second part of the sentence, we only use the present simple, okay? Danny, this is not correct. Look, I am going to travel to India when my visa expires. So we only have, let me write this here, okay? So when we use the future in English, only one clause uses a future tense. We don't both use them. So it's not, I will call you when I will arrive. This is wrong. What's the answer? When I arrive, I will call you. So we use I will in the main clause, right? The one that is like a sentence. The one that is with when, where, what, why, we just use the present simple. So we could say, she's going to call her mother as soon as the electricity comes back. And then, yes, like Goy's sentence. Yeah, good. As soon as the electricity comes back, she will call her mother. Yes. As soon as the electricity comes back, she is going to call her mother. And here, it doesn't matter about will or going to, because I'm not asking you about that, right? That's another topic. All right, everybody. All right, let's have a break for 10 minutes. So let's come back at what time? 5? Ooh, 5 minutes past 3, okay? Let's have a break for 10 minutes. Let's have a break for 10 minutes and come back at 5 minutes past 3. Okay, and then after the break, we will do a very short exercise for grammar, and then we will talk about intonation and pronunciation again. Okay, so see you guys in 10 minutes. Hello, everyone. I'm back. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a nice break. You're very welcome. It's just 3 hours. 3 hours is okay. I can do 3 hours. And everyone who is listening, you all make it a pleasure. Okay. All right, let me share my screen again. So we're going to just do a quick review of everything we learnt in the second hour. Then we'll move on to talking about sentence stress. So a topic which we began talking about last time, but which is quite a little bit tricky, so we will keep talking about it again. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so yes, a quick review. Will we use for deciding future plans at the moment. For example, I'll go to the cinema with you tonight. I will not be ready to go at 5. Yeah, this means right now you are asking me, and right now I am deciding that I am not ready to go at 5. The question, will you call me later? Yeah, will you call me later? With the questions, it's often almost like you're asking them, please call me later. Be going to? Again, it's used, these two are the same. They are used when future plans have already been made. But also, be going to is used for intentions. That means what you want to do in the future. So I can't say he is studying all weekend because I don't know, but I can say he is going to study all weekend. Yeah, negative, they are not going to go to the party. Is she going to read that entire book tonight? And again, present continuous or present progressive, this is used in kind of the same context as this one, but this is more common, yeah? Be going to is more common. Okay, let's do some quick exercises. Will, we know this one, easy, easy, easy. This one, again, I'll just go over very briefly. I think this is not new. Question, the short answers, I will, I won't. He will, he won't. Oh, won't. Not want, won't. Oh. Yeah, your mouth changes. Oh. Won't. Oh, won't. Okay. Be going to, short answers. I am, I'm not. She is, she isn't, or she's not, right? Remember, there are always two with is not. They are, they aren't, or they're not. The same, there are two. This one, again, I think we know this. Okay. Let's see. Okay. This is what I'd like you guys to do now. I'd like you to choose between will and going to, and please use the correct form. So with be going to, you will need to change it a little bit. And if you can, use contractions. This means use the short form. So, can you come to my party? Sure, I'll come. Why do we say will? Because it's used when making a decision at the moment. Example 2, next summer she's going to go to Japan. So be going to is used when plans are already made. Okay, let's look at number 1. Sam feels sick. He knows that he home from work tomorrow. Is it will or is it be going to? he will stay home, or he is going to stay home? Which one do you think is correct? Okay, Danny has answered. Anyone else? Does anyone else have any ideas? Only Danny? Only Danny? No one else knows? Goy, yes, Goy is also correct. Yeah, this one is going to. Why? Because this is not a decision now. This is like a plan. He's going to stay home. Good. Number 2. Number 2. Are you deciding now, or is it already a plan? Are you deciding now, or is it... Danny, I think you misunderstood. This exercise is only will or be going to. Yeah, this exercise is only will or be going to. Yeah, Goy says, I am going to. Correct. Yeah, this is a plan. This is a plan. I am going to finish my homework. You already decided this, right? Okay. What about number 3? Number 3. A says, I left my wallet at home. B says, that's okay. I use some money.
I will lend.
Someone in the classroom has the correct answer. Yeah, I will, or I'll lend you some money. Yeah, I'll lend you some money. Why? Because I'm deciding right now. Yeah, I will lend you some money. Okay, what about number 4? What about number 4? Yeah, Danny, you're correct. It's will. Number 3 is will lend. What about number 4? Number 4, Goy. You are right, number 5. This is number 5. Number 4. This one, number 4, we're going to use I will be able to. I don't think I'll be able to come to your party. Why? Because I'm saying it right now. I'm making the decision right now. But you could also say, I don't think I'm going to be able to come to your party. That would also be okay. But that means that you have already made the decision. Okay, number 5. Goy says, is going to. Yeah, Frank is going to take. He's already planned it. He's already planned it. Okay, number 6. That box looks very heavy. You carry it. You carry it. 6, yeah, I will help. So will we often use for making offers, for saying, oh, I'll help. I'll get the door, right? I'll help you with that. I'll do this. I'll do that. We use it also to make an offer. So that box looks very heavy. I'll help you carry it. The next one, let's just go through out loud, okay? I bought some paint because I my house. Because I am going to paint my house, right? It's a plan. Yeah, it's a plan. He, a black tuxedo to the wedding. What, you, He is going to wear a black tuxedo to the wedding. What are you going to wear, or what will you wear? Actually, I think both are okay here. Number 9, why did you take the sugar out of the cupboard? I'm going to bake a cake. I already took the sugar out of the cupboard, right? So it's like a plan. I'm going to bake a cake. Okay. Let's end that here. Well done, everybody. That is our section for Future complete. I encourage you guys, if you are on Ellie, to do the homework for this. There is a lot of homework. Some of it is very easy. Some of it is very difficult. So have a look. You can choose which exercises you think are the right level for you. Okay, some of them are going to be very easy. Okay, let's end that here. Now, let's talk about something. Lot of homework. Yes, Goy. Again, don't worry about doing all the homework, right? Especially because our classes together are nearly finished. So if you have time, do something. If you don't have time, don't worry about it. Okay? Go away. Go away. Okay. Hang on. All right. So today I'd like to talk to you guys about sentence stress. Sentence stress. So last time we talked about stressed and, hang on, let me share my screen, sorry. Danny says, my brain has been broken into pieces. I'm sorry, Danny, I'm sorry. Again, I don't want you guys to learn everything today. I want you to understand it today. So when you see it, you can, okay? That's my goal. Okay. Okay. So today we're going to talk about sentence stress. If you guys remember, last time we talked about word stress. For example, in every word we have many syllables, right? Syllables. So potato, 3 syllables. I can say computer, 3 syllables. I can say water bottle, 4 syllables. I can say television, 4 syllables. Brother, 2 syllables. Yeah, good. So in English, we talk about syllables. Syllables. Word stress means that every English word, there is 1 syllable that is loud, long, and pronounced very clearly. For example, bottle. Yeah? Bottle. Bottle. Kindle. England. England. I don't say England. England. No, no, no. Right? I say England. England. Scotland. Ireland. Do I say Japan? No. I say Japan. 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 So here, England and Japan, they both have 2 syllables, right? But the stress is different. The stress is different. Okay, so let's remember word stress. If I say computer, computer, where is the stress in this word? Computer. Everyone, please tell me, where is the stress in computer? Computer. Which syllable? The first, the second, or the third? Primrose, thank you for answering. Yeah, good. Primrose is correct. Computer. Good. So word stress is very important in English, but it's not the only type of stress that is important. Sentence stress. Let's have a look at sentence stress. Sentence stress is the music of spoken English. Sentence stress can help you understand rapid means very quick, yeah? Very quick spoken English. For example, if I suddenly start speaking to you in English like I speak to my family, you're probably not going to understand. I said, for example, if I suddenly start speaking to you in English like I speak to my family, you're probably not going to understand, right? And one reason is because maybe I'm using some different words, hard words. But the other reason, is because you guys are not used to sentence stress. So many people who learn English, they think, but the words all together, right? Why do English people speak so quickly? Today I will explain. So, word stress is stress on one syllable in a word. Sentence stress is stress on one word within a sentence. So, we know that in most sentences, there are two kinds of words. There are content words. These are the really important words that carry the meaning of the sentence. So, for example, I am learning English every Thursday. What is the content words? I learn English Thursday. Yeah? I am learning English every Thursday. I learn English Thursday. The structure words are not important words. They are small words that make the sentence correct. Yeah, they give it its correct form, as this website says, the structure. So if I say, I learn English Thursday, English very good, it's not correct, right? But you can still understand. But if I say, am, on, very, you can't understand what this means. So let's give an example. So we should keep the content words, okay? So imagine that you receive a message, sell car, gone France. What does this mean? Sell car, gone France. It means please sell my car because I've gone to France. But what are the important words here? The important words are sell, car, gone, France, right? The full sentence is something like this. Will you sell my car because I've gone to France? Okay? So in this sentence, there are 4 words that are content words. The other words are structure words. So sell car, gone France. If we don't have these words, we can't understand the sentence. So in English, what do? Well, we stress these content words. That means that we pronounce them longer, we pronounce them more clearly, and we don't use a short form, right? The vowel is pronounced in its full form. The vowel is pronounced in its full form. So I can say, listen, I don't say in English, will you sell my car because I've gone to France, right? That's not English. I say, will you sell my car because I've gone to France? Will you sell my car? Will you sell my car? Because I've gone to France. Because I've gone to France. Now, here's the really important part. The time between each stressed word is the same. And this is what non-native speakers never do. And so your English, even if you have a good accent, if you don't do this, you will not sound like a native speaker. And if you are listening to English native speakers, you will struggle to understand. Why? Because here, my and to, these are just one word. But will you and because I've, these are two words. Because I have actually is even three words, but the time is the same. So listen, I'll read it again. Will you sell my car because I've gone to France? Will you sell my car because I've gone to France? Right? I say, will you? Will you sell? Will you sell? Will you sell my car? So, because I've gone to France. So because I've, even though it's two words, even three words, when we say it, it's as short as to, even though to is only one word, right? Will you sell my car because I've gone to France? So look. So these stressed words, we pronounce them quite loudly. And the other words that are in the middle, you can see here, the other words that are in the middle, if there are many words, we have to say it very quickly. And if there is only one word, we say it more slowly. Okay? So listen. Will you sell my car because I've gone to France? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Everyone, let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sell car, gone, France. Will you sell my car because I've gone to France? Everyone, I want you to try that again. Try and copy me, okay? We're going to clap. We can start a little bit slower, okay? Sell car, gone, France. Will you sell my car because I've gone to France? Let's try again. Sell car, gone, France. Will you sell my car because I've gone to France? Right? It's kind of like music. Every sentence in English has this rhythm. Will you sell my car because I've gone to France? Can you hear how this is going to make it difficult? Okay, let's have a look at this example here. Okay, just this bit. So here, how many claps do we have? 2. Fesh and top. Okay? So, fesh, top. I'm a professional photographer. Okay, let's try again. Fesh, top. I'm a professional photographer. Ah, interesting. Interesting. I wish I could hear you guys. I'm very sad that I can't hear you. What do you think? Is this interesting? Is this something that you have learnt before in English? Primrose says, I'm having so much fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's kind of like music class. Let's try Primrose's sentence. Primrose says, I'm having so much fun. Okay, let's, where should I go? Primrose says, I'm having so much fun. So listen to me reading the sentence. Tell me, where is the stress in this sentence? So first, we should look for the content words. Remember, these are the important words. And we stress those. So what are the important words in this sentence? Have and fun. Have fun. Have fun. I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun. Have fun. I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun. Ah. And what about this one? What are the important words? English and fast. Fast. English is so fast. English is so fast. English is so fast. I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun. Oh, I think it's quite interesting. I think it's quite interesting. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try and find a poem for you guys. And after this, after we listen to it, I'd like you guys to try and listen. So after we read it together, I'd like you guys to try and listen to it on yourself. So this is a poem, okay? This is a poem. And this is a very famous poem. Why is it famous? Because it's very fun to say. Okay, so I'm going to share this tab with you, and I'm going to zoom in. And we're going to look at, oh, I can't make it bigger. Okay, we're going to look at this text, and we're going to try and find the stress. Go away. Okay. I am the very model of a modern major general. I've information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England, and I quote the fights historical from Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical. Ah, so you guys can see that this is an example of how a poem in English, it sounds like music. It sounds like a rap, even if I haven't added any music, right? There is no music. But if I read this, because of the sentence stress, it sounds like a rap. So let's try. Okay. Let's try and see if we can, we can't copy and paste this here. So I'm going to, okay. I'm going to copy it here. One second. Okay, let's just do the first part. Sorry, everyone, because I'm streaming, my computer is very stressed. Yeah, my computer is very, very stressed. Let's just look at the first 4 lines, okay? Oh, my poor computer. My poor computer is trying so hard. Everybody, if you're listening, I have a MacBook Air. It's not really a computer that can stream. It's too small. It's not powerful enough. You see, my computer doesn't want to copy and paste. It doesn't even want to copy and paste. Okay, never mind. We'll go back to this page. Okay. Everybody, I'd like you to try and clap with me, okay? I am the very model. I am the very model of a modern major general, okay? I am the very model of a modern major general. I am the very model of a modern major general. Again, you can listen that this bit becomes very short. I am the very model of a modern major general. I've information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England, and I quote the fights historical. Yeah? No. I know the kings of England, and I quote the fights historical. Yeah, let's try this one. Let's try this one. So our stress is on no, ing, quote, to. Yeah? Okay. No, ing, quote, to. I know the kings of England, and I quote the fights historical. Oh, I think it's difficult, right? Okay, let's try again. No, ing, quote, to. I know the kings of England, and I quote the fights historical. Let's try this one. The queen, queen. Ma, okay? So the queen, ma. The queen, ma. I'm very well acquainted too with matters mathematical. Oh, interesting. Let's try again. The queen, ma. I'm very well acquainted too with matters mathematical. Okay, very nice. Okay. Goy says, I think if you have a fan for the computer, it will be smoother than this. Yeah, Goy, the problem is that the computer, I bought this computer in 2019, and at the time, I don't know much about computers, but there were two options. I could choose the more powerful computer. This was the first MacBook Air that had this power, okay? So I chose this powerful computer, but the problem is they hadn't changed anything about the case. So the case is exactly the same as the older, less powerful model. What does this mean? It means that unfortunately, this model, because it's the first model that had this powerful operating system, it always overheats. It's not just my computer. Everyone who owns this computer, it always gets too hot. Even if I put a fan on, if I do anything difficult, it overheats. It's very frustrating. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, everyone, let's look at some more. Feels like being in a sports event and we're the cheerleaders. This is what English is like. This is what English is like. This English like. This is what English is like. So every sentence is like this. Every sentence is like this. Every sentence is like this. If you have a fan for your computer, if you have a fan for your computer, yeah, every sentence is like this. Okay. All right, let's have a look at some more of these simple ones. Let's have a look at this. Remember this one? Fess top. I'm a professional photographer. Fess top. I'm a professional photographer. And then if we say it quickly, notice that fess and to, they stay long, but the other words become very short. So listen, I will say it slowly, then I will get faster, okay? I'm a professional photographer. I'm a professional photographer. I'm a professional photographer. I'm a professional photographer. So you guys can hear that in the last one, this bit is like, right? But this fes and to is still clear, okay? Okay, let's try this one. Whose main interest is to take special black and white photographs. Okay, whose main interest is to take special black and white photographs. So for me, you can stress it like this. I would stress it a bit differently. But yeah, whose main interest is to take special black and white photographs. Let's have a look at this one. That exhibit abstract meanings. Zib, ab, mean. The exhibit abstract meanings. The exhibit abstract meanings. Again, I'll go slow, then I'll go fast. That exhibit abstract meanings. That exhibit abstract meanings. That exhibit abstract meanings. That exhibit abstract meanings. Yeah? I'm a professional photographer whose main interest is to take special black and white photographs that exhibit abstract meanings in their photographic structure. And let's try the last one. In their photographic structure. Graph, struck. In the photographic structure. In the photographic structure. In the photographic structure. Very nice, everyone. Okay, now let's look at some concrete rules for the sentence. Let's look at some concrete rules for the sentence. Goy says, so fast. Yes, Goy, unfortunately, that's the normal speed of speaking English. Normally, I don't speak English like this. Yeah, so we talked about these basic rules, right? Content words are stressed. Structure words are unstressed. And the time between stressed words is always the same. So what kind of words are content words? Words that carry the meaning. So main verbs like sell, give, employ. Nouns, car, music, Mary. Adjectives, red, big, interesting. Adverbs, quickly, why, never. Everyone remember why, where, what? These actually are adverbs, right? They are a special type of adverb. They're a question. Now, negative auxiliaries. This means like the helping verb, right? So don't, aren't, can't. Now, this is different. If you have a positive one, like do, are, can, these are not stressed. But the negative ones, they are stressed. What ones are not stressed? Well, pronouns. He's going to the shop. Yeah? Go shop. He's going to the shop. He's going to the shop. Prepositions like to, right? He's going to the shop. I don't say he's going to the shop, right? No. Articles, a, and, the, and also some, yeah? So I've got some news for you. Got news, yeah? I've got some news for you. I've got some news for you. I don't say, I've got some news for you. No. I've got some news for you. For you. For you. For you. Yeah, for you becomes for you. For you. I've got some news for you. Okay. All right, everyone. So that's what normal stress is like. Okay, that's what normal stress is like. So what I'm going to do now for you is we're going to have a look at some of these sentences. And I'm going to give you 1 minute. I'd like you to find where is the stress in this sentence. Okay, what about the first one? If you guys don't know, forest bathing means when you go to the forest and you you walk in nature. So this is from an article that's telling you how to do this, okay? But where am I going to put the stress? I'd like you to guess. Everyone, you can message. Where will we put the stress in this sentence? I'm not going to read it because maybe then you can hear. I'd like you to guess. Where are we going to put the stress in this sentence? Okay, Goy has an idea. Forest bathing. Tips for beginners. Yeah, you're almost right. But this is kind of like a compound noun, Goy. So I'm just going to put the stress on forest bathing. Yeah, forest bathing. Forest bathing. Everyone say it with me. Forest bathing. Forest bathing. Or forest bathing. Forest bathing. Forest bathing. And then, yes, the rest is good. Tips for beginners. Yeah. Tips for beginners. Tips, gin. Tips, gin. Tips for beginners. 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 Okay? All right, well done. Now let's try the next sentence. Okay, let's try the next sentence. I just want you to do this bit. Okay, I just want you to do the first one. Okay? Where is the stress in this sentence? Where is the stress in this sentence? Remember, what words do we stress? We stress the important words. So if you can't understand this without those words, then that's the words that we're going to stress. Okay, what do you guys think? No one has given any answers. Okay, I will wait one more minute. Everyone, please type. Nina, what do you think? Everyone is kind of wrong. This is very interesting. So Nina is wrong. Danny is also wrong. So everyone, let's look back at our rules for stressing. Okay, sentence stress rules. Okay. I don't want to go to school in Malaysia. Goodbye. Okay, right. So we stress the important words, the words that carry the meaning. So for example, the verbs, nouns, adjectives, adverbs, and negative auxiliaries like don't, aren't, can't. We don't stress pronouns, prepositions, articles, conjunctions, auxiliary verbs, right? No into, we, because. No. Okay? Yeah, Goy, this is a better one, right? Let's have a look. How am I going to say this? I'm going to say, yeah. Turn off your devices to give yourself the best chance of relaxing. Why am I stressing best here? Because it's very important. If I just said to give yourself a chance of relaxing, then yes, I would stress chance. But because we have best, not just any chance, the best chance. Again, similarly, we could stress turn. But this is one part of a phrasal verb, and we're stressing that it's not on, it's off. So we could also stress this. We have two options. So I could say, turn off your devices to give yourself the best chance of relaxing. And give has a stress, but it's kind of a small stress, right? Listen again. Turn off your devices to give yourself the best chance of relaxing. Turn off your devices to give yourself the best chance of relaxing. Turn off your devices to give yourself the best chance of relaxing. But yes, according to the rule that we learnt, yeah, it's going to be turn. And actually, there's nothing wrong with that. I could also say, turn off your devices to give yourself the best chance of relaxing. That's also okay. All right, guys, can you try the next one? Where is the stress in this sentence? Wow, can I say we have 6 people listening online at the moment, only 6. And then we have Nina here in the classroom. So I'd like to congratulate all 7 people. You have made it to the end. We're very close to finishing. Well done. Again, today's lesson was hard. Today's lesson was hard. Okay, what do we think about this next sentence here? This one. Oh, nice. Nina is taking notes. It's very good. Yeah, you guys are correct. So first of all, we absolutely need to stress the first verb, right? Enjoy, enjoy. And the stress in enjoy is on the second syllable. So yes, enjoy, enjoy. And then what else can we stress? Sensory is an adjective. So let's stress sensory. And then experience, a noun, but forest-based is also an adjective. So you'll notice that in some sentences, we really have a lot of stress. And in some sentences, there's not a lot of stress at all. And this means that some sentences, they take longer to say than others. So let's have a look at this one. Yeah. We're going to say, enjoy a sensory, forest-based experience. So you'll notice that in this sentence, there is much more stress than in the sentence like that has lots of structure. So a sentence like this, we don't have much stress in this sentence. Why? Because we have a lot of helping verbs. So this is, in this one here, this is the first verb that is going to be stressed. We will stress gonna a little bit. Yeah, like a little bit. I'm going to be able to help you out with that soon. But the biggest stress is help you out. And help you out. You will notice that with phrasal verbs,
What to say? What to say? Or mute stay.
I don't understand. Yeah, help you out is a phrasal verb, right? To help out. So when we use phrasal verbs, actually we often will stress the second one, right? Turn off your devices. I'm going to help you out. Help you out. Help you out. I'm going to be able to help you out with that soon. I'm going to be able to help you out with that soon. So if I speak quickly, it's not I am going to be able to help you out with that soon. No, I'm going to be able to help you out with that soon. And that is why stress is so important. Whew. All right, everyone. Let's end it here for today. Let's end it here for today. So let's recap. We talked about quite a lot of different things today. We talked in the last hour about connected speech, right? This means when we join words together. Maybe you guys have some of these complaints, right? English is so fast. When people speak English, they don't speak clearly. Well, we do speak clearly. It's just that some words are going to be, some words are going to be pronounced stressed and some words are unstressed. For a native speaker, I don't have any problems understanding English native speakers, right? Of course I don't. So it must be clear enough. Okay, before that, we talked a lot about using the future tense. We talked about the 3 types of future tense that there are. So for example, I will eat, I'm going to eat, and I'm eating. So will means I want to, so I'm choosing this right now, right? We use will for making a decision at the moment of speaking. We don't use it for plans. I'm going to, and I'm, like, let's say I'm going to eat and I'm eating. Both of them we use for plans. The other thing that we talked about is we talked about the structure of a sentence. We talked about what is a clause in English, right? A clause is one part of a sentence, and a sentence can be made of many clauses. And in English, we have 2 types of clauses. The first type is independent clause. We can also call it a main clause. Maybe this word is easier for you to remember. A main clause doesn't need anything. It's finished, right? I go shopping on Tuesday. I eat chocolate. I eat chocolate on Tuesday. Finished. The second type is a dependent clause. And these are the other names that you might see. Yeah, there are lots of names in English. A dependent clause, it needs something else. It can't be a full sentence on its own because it doesn't make sense. And usually this starts with one of these words, right? Who, which, what, where, when, why, that, whose. And so we talked about when we are talking in the future, when we're using the future tense, the independent clause has will, yeah? And the dependent clause that's not important just has the present simple. Just has the present simple. We use the simple future in the independent clause. So I will call you when I arrive in Bangkok, right? I will finish the lesson when it's 4 o'clock. I will drink water when I finish the lesson. I will go outside when I stop talking, okay? Whew. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Again, today was difficult. Thank you for the 10 people, 11 people who came. And I will see you guys all on Monday. I hope you all have an excellent weekend. And my challenge for you Okay? My challenge for you is to find some native speech in English, just 1 or 2 sentences, very, very, very short. Okay? And you can try and find, where is the stress of this sentence? Where is the stress of this sentence? Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. I will end the stream now and I will see you all on Monday. Bye-bye.